cannot keep it to myself. God been too good to me. This is no secret. I cannot keep it to myself. God been too good to me.
Welcome back to the From Sister to Sister channel, where we're all about connecting the voice of our sisters. And we have room for you too, brothers, via worship, healthy conversation, and lifestyle tips. As you can see, I already have my shades on, so you know what that means. Miss Camille Toi is here to bring you guys some education. In today's education course, we're talking about the top tips to being a lazy natural. Let me tell you something. The Bible talks very specifically that God does not like lazy people. However, when it comes to this natural hair thing, there is definitely a pass. I think God meant to skip over natural hair because when you are spending less time on your hair, guess what? That means you have more time to serve the kingdom. Come on, somebody. So you're gonna see a repetitive pattern with my notes. I took some notes on my phone. The repetitive pattern you're gonna see is that less is indeed fact more. I think these tips are gonna be great for someone who is not only lazy, but someone who maybe has been struggling with moisture and length retention. So let's dive right in. The first tip I have is to leave your hair alone. Stop over styling it. You already did your twist out yesterday. Sis, why are you twisting it out again tomorrow? Too much manipulation. Stop over moisturizing your hair. You done LOC, liquid oil, and creamed your hair in the morning. You did a quick oil treatment the next day, and you're deep conditioning every other day. Why? I'm not gonna knock those who maybe do a spritz on their hair in the morning and at night, but if you're doing the LOC method twice a day, deep conditioning your hair every day, you might be doing something wrong. This is a whole other topic, but especially if you are low porosity, that is no bueno for your hair. You may find that your hair is getting drier and drier and drier because there's too much product buildup on your hair. What else do we have in this category? Stop like legitimately touching your hair, literally touching your hair. You know, you just did the inversion method. So I know how y'all do, you put mayonnaise and egg in your hair, and then you hung your head upside down for 3 hours, and then you want to check the next day like this. Let me do a length check and see how much my hair has grown. Stop that. You know what you're doing? You are breaking off your ends with all of this manipulation. Our hair does not like that. So the more your fingers can be out of your hair, the better. It's less work for you. If it were up to me, maybe you moisturize your hair really good. You do a really good twist out once a week. You get all your products in, you layer it in, and bada bing, bada boom. Maybe if your hair feels slightly dry, maybe you do a mid-week touch-up like Wednesday, Thursday, but you don't recake on the products. You maybe add a little bit of water to revive your hair, but that's it. And with the frequent length checks, sis, Rome wasn't built in a day. No matter how many times you pull your hair to see if it's growing, it's not gonna make it grow faster. Save your fingers the energy. You could be doing so much more for the kingdom than touching your hair, okay? That all encompasses tip number 1. Tip number 2 is a solution. So if you're like, well, Miss Camille Toi, I just can't help getting my fingers in my hair. I constantly want to moisturize it. I constantly want to just touch it. Well, I think you're in need of a protective style. Protective styles are the perfect way to save yourself from those busy fingers that just love to be in your hair, constantly touching it. What protective styling will do is actually not promote hair growth, as in your hair is not going to magically start growing out of your scalp faster, but it's going to help your hair be left alone, get you some cornrows, get you some, lately I've been rocking flat twists. That's what I have underneath my hair. It's a lot easier to take down. Get you some braids. Someone say, Miss Camille Tois, I don't like how I look in cornrows. I would never rock that style. This can get a little sensitive, but everyone has their preference. I, for one, have never liked straight back cornrows on my features. So the easy fix for that, if you don't want to be walking around in your Felicia braids or twists, is to get you a wig, girl. Get you a wig. That's tip number 3 to being a professional lazy natural. What wigs are going to do is going to allow you to have your cornrows and twists and braids underneath your wig of choice, and you can still have a style that's going to allow you to put heat on your hair if you want to, dye your hair if that tickles your fancy, do all kinds of things that your natural hair really doesn't want. You see this thing, natural hair, she really doesn't want the flat irons. She doesn't want all the flexi rods all the time. She wants to be left alone. So get you a wig so you can disrupt her, okay? The reason why I'm pushing for wigs more than weaves, I am not saying that you can't grow your hair with a weave. I did wear weaves a lot in high school and a little bit of college. You can grow your hair. However, the focus of this video is being a lazy natural. And since the health of your hair is also a component to this video, you really have to know what you're doing to have healthy hair with a weave. It takes more effort to go in between each track, hello somebody, to be moisturizing your hair or spritzing your hair or getting those oils into your hair to make sure that your protective style is in vain. A protective style in vain is neglection. So after your 3 or 2 months or so, you take out your hair and your hair is broken off because you neglected it. It defeats the purpose. What was the point of rocking those Felicia braids if 3 inches of your hair fell off due to malpractice? If you don't know what you're doing, stick to a wig so that you can yank her off every day and easily get to your hair to moisturize it, preferably once a week, as I said. Don't do the most and go about your business. Don't sleep with your wig. Don't treat your wig like a weave. The whole purpose of healthy hair is being able to take the wig off and only wear her when you need to, and let your natural hair breathe while you're not over touching it. Make sense? Let's move on. I forgot to mention, so on this channel, I love to be all-inclusive. Although I've mentioned protective styles such as cornrows, twists, flat twists, wigs, there are a select amount of naturals who do just fine growing out their hair, leaving it in a slick bun for the week and not touching it. The moral of this bullet point or tip is just to put your hair in a secure style, not just a low manipulation style such as twist outs and flexi rod sets. Like, put it away where it can be secured and locked for a significant amount of time. The remaining tips I have are more hygiene tips. So let's discuss shampooing. I am all for shampooing your hair, especially when you're wearing wigs and protective styles. There's this stigma against African American women who completely, like, forget about their hair underneath their wigs and it's itchy and smelly. That's not cute. I am for you shampooing your hair as you need to. However, I don't believe you need to shampoo your hair weekly. A true lazy natural knows that you really only maybe need to clarify your hair once a month. What that's going to do is it's going to allow you to break up the harsh chemicals or harsh ingredients going on in your hair that are designed to strip your hair and rid your hair of buildup. But imagine if you're doing that weekly. What good is your hair benefiting from being left alone and living its best life, soaking in all the moisture? I would say if you're one who works out a lot, get into warm water washing. I won't say hot because that's not really good for your hair, but if you look up the warm water hair care method, the short version is essentially you use products that don't have petroleum, number one. Silicones is hard because a lot of ingredients have silicones, but if you could at least use more natural products that specifically don't have mineral oil, what that means is the warm water itself can cleanse your hair. It's not going to clarify like shampoo, but it can cleanse your hair of all the excess salt building up on your head from your workouts. Natural sebum that comes out from your head. The warm water should be able to take the sebum coming from your scalp and bring it to your hair. That's the goodness that your hair is going to love, to stay super moisturized, shiny, more than what a product can actually do. I know someone watching is going to say, Ms. Camille Tois, I need shampoo. I need something at least to do bi-weekly. That's fine. Months, hotter months, sweatier months where I was just maybe training really hard. I can't lie, I don't train really hard. But anyway, I have used sulfate-free shampoos like once in a while. Okay, so I feel like I just spatted out a ton of information. This is what I do in regards to my lazy natural shampoo journey. I only clarify my hair after taking it out of my protective style. So if I rocked flat twists on my hair for 3 months, that's when I actually go in with the shampoo with the sulfate. On a monthly basis, I am warm water rinsing my hair weekly, getting in there, rinsing out the lightweight products that I intentionally use, stretching out the sebum as I expressed into my hair. Mainly just the focus is to get rid of the salts in my hair. If my hair is extremely full of buildups, extra salty, we all know when our natural hair has reached our personal limits, then once a month I will go in with the sulfate-free shampoo. But none of that weekly or every 3 days using a sulfate-free shampoo. We lazy naturals out here. And I will say warm water rinsing has restored my hair's natural moisture balance. I think we've been taught maybe in our childhood that you can't just wet your hair. Like that's a no-no. We were taught that that was not something that was normal, but the more you just hydrate your hair very casually, you will find that that can be probably the missing tool as to why you're not experiencing great lengths of moisture retention. Not every time do you need to go in with a thick cocoa butter or mango seed butter coming to somebody's house today. Sometimes you just need water. Speaking of products that are going to be non-problematic and allow for you not to create a crazy amount of buildup on your hair, this rose water and glycerin mixture literally saves me as a lazy natural. I'm telling you, there's times where I don't know what's going on in my week, but I just don't have the motivation to get in and LOC my tresses, and I just need to spritz and go. The water and the glycerin in this, just two simple ingredients, keep my hair hydrated for days at a time. And the beauty of using such simple products, it supports why I can get by with just warm water rinsing. Two ingredients, there's no need to go in with a clarifying shampoo. If that's all. Sometimes we overdo it with our shampoo. So I'm trying to help you live your best life as a lazy natural. The next tip goes right in hand with shampoo. Conditioning. I was making jokes earlier. There's no need for you to be deep conditioning your hair every day. Believe it or not, as a lazy natural, I only deep condition my hair. Y'all are gonna scream. Lately, as a lazy natural, I've only been deep conditioning my hair when I come out of my protective style, and my hair hasn't fallen off. I know. Miss Camille Toile, you're saying that you go 3 months without deep conditioning your hair. Yeah, because it's soaking in just regular emollients and oils and water. I think we are underestimating the power of just water getting into your tresses. That's what gets my hair by in between protective styles. I didn't want to believe it because I used to be the natural that does the most. I used to take this tiny section of hair and put water and oil and cream and deep condition weekly like the YouTube videos say. I used to do all of that, but it took a hairdresser to tell me that deep conditioners actually break down your hair to build it back up. And sometimes if you find that your deep conditioner just isn't doing its magic anymore, doing what it's supposed to do, it's because you've overused your deep conditioner. And since cutting back on the amount of times I deep condition, I've seen so much better results as far as my hair actually responding to my deep conditioning sessions when I do deep condition. I get it. Not everyone. I was really transparent to admit that sometimes I don't deep condition my hair when I'm in a protective style. I have in the past, for example, let's say it is a sweatier month and my scalp has so much buildup, and I go in with my sulfate-free shampoo for the month. You betcha I do follow up with my deep conditioner of choice once a month, and I will work that along my hair onto my cornrows, my flat twists, but at most just once a month. I don't deep condition weekly. I don't deep condition just to do it. I really wait for my hair to feel like it needs it, and this lazy natural tip may not work for everyone. And so I will say, if you just go by what your hair is saying, you know when your hair is in need of a deep treatment, you know when your hair feels super plush and fine. Don't force a deep conditioner on your hair if your hair is already thriving. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our final lazy natural tip. This one is my favorite tip of them all. If you are struggling or have been struggling with moisture retention and you are still making this mistake, I'm gonna need you to get your life. You need to have adopted this lazy natural tip yesterday, last year. Drum roll. My lazy natural tip to you for moisture and further length retention is to stop. I repeat, stop wearing your shower caps in the shower. Why? We have to undo our thinking. If you know your goal is to have moisturized hair, hair that is balanced with hydration and maybe the weekly moisturizing treatments that you're already giving your hair, why would you block the easiest way to get a steaming treatment for your hair? Honestly, sometimes when I don't feel like moisturizing my hair, just the fact that I took a shower without any shower cap or any limitation of blocking moisture from getting to my hair has saved my tresses. There's something about the natural warm water, the steam hitting my natural hair that, one, revives the products that are already in my tresses, and two, this theme of water being your friend. The water hitting your hair every day, I'm telling you, it does more for my natural hair than wearing a shower cap, getting out of the shower, then trying to spritz water on my hair and some kind of moisturizer. The only time a shower cap makes sense to be worn on your head is if you're trying to preserve a straight style and obviously preserve your twist out or braid out. But yes, stop wearing your shower caps and watch you gain your optimal moisture on your natural hair. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and learning a few lazy natural tips. Comment below if there's one that you're already doing, one that maybe you didn't know and is beneficial for you to start incorporating today. All right, have a good one, and you will see me in my next video. Good night, or good morning, or good afternoon. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I'm wrapping this thing right. I just try to follow the videos, and you gotta let it rock. Really rock. I'm TikTok ready. Oh, one more thing. I actually laid some fake baby hairs for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I even tried to put gel, but it was a lost cause. Be nice, natural hair community. I get an A for effort, so be nice, or the IRS will come for you.